कौन है ये लोग? कहां से आते हैं ये?
So this is a very vital question for any digital marketing team, because if the marketing team able to understand the users or the customers actual geographical location, then they can personalize the marketing content in a better way. And it is observed in studies that most of the customers prefer personalized marketing instead of a generic one, and that is basically nothing but location based marketing. Now this location based marketing can be country level or regional location level, anything is possible. For example, if your business is spanned across multiple countries, then personalizing the content for different countries can be a very good technique. For example, on 15th August in India, you can share this kind of marketing message for your business, like 3 courses only at rupees 999. This is kind of an Independence Day offer. Okay. This offer may work very well for the customers who are staying in India, but if your business is across multiple countries, sending this kind of marketing message to some customer who is from USA or from some other countries may not be useful, and they might feel this as a spam message. So I hope you are getting it, that if we are able to understand the users or the customer's country, then we can personalize the content in a better way, and the customer engagement with that promotional marketing can increase, and that is obviously beneficial for the business. Then not only based on country, based on regional location also, the content personalization or marketing personalization can be very useful. For example, Google often use this technique, like Google Maps often asks to rate certain location when we visit that particular place or when we have a walk near to that particular place. Okay, right? So this is kind of personalizing marketing based on user's location. Then the another example can be the push notification shared by Yelp. Welcome to Toronto. Here are some great place for lunch, right? So when one user is in Toronto, this kind of push notification may be very useful for them. The customer engagement will increase with this kind of push notification. But this particular push, you cannot send someone who is staying in India or Bangladesh or some other country. If that person is in Toronto, then some great place to lunch, this kind of information can be useful for that customer. And obviously, I hope you can understand, this way business will improve, because based on this push notification, the customer can visit that particular restaurant, and obviously this will impact the business, right? So I hope you are getting it, that if we are able to understand users' actual geographical location, then marketing can be improved. So the marketing team basically need users' actual geographical location. Now how that can be achieved, let us try to understand that. Okay. So in the digital world, whenever we are using any device, whenever we are connecting with internet, then a IP address gets associated with that device, right? And that IP address can help us in understanding users' actual geographical location. Okay, so as we know, IP is nothing but a unique string of numbers assigned to every device that connected to internet. And this IP address can be used to do amazing things with your next marketing campaign. And how? That is, IP address can help us in getting the actual geographical location for any user. For example, there are a lot of APIs like ipinfo.io. I'll be showing you that, where all you need to do is put the IP address, and it will be providing that this IP address is from this city, this region, this country. And based on this kind of geographical location, now the marketing team can personalize the marketing content and target that specific user or customer or audience. Now without any further delay, we'll explore this website, and we'll also explore how we can utilize this in our Python programming and AWS. So here you can go to this website ipinfo.io, which can help us in mapping any IP address to a geographical location. For example, we are putting this IP address and it is giving us all this information, and here you can see the city, region and country names are available along with latitude, longitude. For example, using this latitude, longitude location, you can precisely understand that a user is how much distance apart from a specific business location. Maybe that is a restaurant or bookstore, etc. And that you can recommend the user to visit. So all these things can help us in marketing in some way or other. Okay. Now let's see how we can utilize this particular website to convert IP address to some geographical location using programming. Okay, so here I have written a simple Python code in our Google Colab notebook. We need to import some specific modules like JSON and request, and here I have written a function which will take the IP, which it will convert to geographical location. All we need to do is making a GET request to this URL http://ipinfo.io, and we need to pass the IP, and we need to make a GET request. We will be getting the data as JSON. We are printing the data here. Okay, if you need, you can return this particular data also as a return statement for this function. So here I will execute this particular cell, and here already I am having some IP. So let's run this cell as well, and suppose for this IP I need to get the actual geographical location. So all we have to do is call this particular function. It will basically make a GET request, and here it will return the city is Frankfurt, region is this, country is DE. So here we are getting basically the country code, and you can easily get the actual country name from the country code. So here this is a website where you can get all the mappings. So if you just search with DE, here DE is nothing but Germany. Okay, so basically this IP is from Germany. So now you can make Germany specific marketing and target this particular customer for whom the device has this particular IP. Okay, or maybe Frankfurt region related promotional marketing you can target for that customer. So now we understood one thing, that how to get the geographical location from IP address, but we need to also get what is the user's IP address, right? And most of the APIs help us in doing so. Like here I will be showing you how in AWS you can easily get the IP address of that user who is basically making a request to that API. Okay, so for that here I'll be going to AWS Management Console, and here I'll be searching for Lambda, and here I'll be creating a function demo IP to geolocation, and then here I will choose Python 3.12 and I'll create the function. Okay, so here we are having our code. I can just do one thing, print event. Okay, and I'll deploy this. So just I want to first inspect whether Lambda is capturing the IP from where the request is made or not. Okay, that is basically the source IP. And here what I can do from this Lambda itself, I can create the API. I can go to the configuration section, and function URL I can click create function URL. Okay, so you can implement the same using API gateway, that can be HTTP API or REST API. Here for a simple demo I am using the Lambda function URL itself as API. So function URL I'll copy, and here we are having a online REST API testing tool. Here I can paste this particular API endpoint for our Lambda function, and here you can choose the country, US or Germany, etc. So let's make a GET request to this particular Lambda function or this API from US region. So I will make a send request. Okay, this is done, and hello from Lambda we are getting. This is basically coming from this particular place, right? So here I can go to the monitor section, and let's see what are the information available in the event which basically triggered our Lambda, right? So here you can see this is a log stream. I will go inside that, and here I have printed the event. So I'll copy this particular JSON. I can go to some online JSON formatter and process this particular JSON to observe in a proper structure. Okay, so this is our header. I can minimize this, and request context we are having, and here if you check we are having another key called HTTP, within which we are having our source IP. Okay, so this source IP is basically that IP from where this API request was made. So you can think this is nothing but our users or customers IP address for that device using which he or she has connected with the internet. So we can extract this one easily. So I'll go to my code section, and here I can put source IP equal to event, and then here all we need to do is key value extraction. So first within this event, here we are having request context. So request context will extract, and then here we are having HTTP as key, HTTP, and then within that here we are having the source IP. So I'll copy that. Okay, right? So this way we got our source IP. Now we can basically put this particular function in our Lambda function. Okay, and here what we will do, we will call this particular function. So here this time I need to return the data. return data. Okay, and here I can put this particular thing, source IP, and here I can give response equal to, and here I can put my response. I can print the response as well in CloudWatch. Okay, right? So the code pretty much looks good, and here I need to import requests as well. Right, and I'll deploy this function. Okay, I can make this to the original window because request module is not by default available in our Lambda function execution environment. So here I'll be choosing one particular already created Lambda layer and I'll add this here. Okay, so here our Lambda layer is added and our function pretty much looks good. Now let's make a request. So currently we are making a request from USA. I'll make a send request, and here it is returning cannot process your request. Okay, that is fine. Maybe we can check in CloudWatch logs. So here you can see it has basically returned that this is the IP address it has properly captured from our event. Here if you observe, let me just search it. So see here, this is our source IP. Okay, that source IP we have extracted, and because we have made the request from USA, here you can see that city is basically North Virgin and region is New Jersey, country is USA, right? This is the latitude and longitude. So let's change the country. Suppose here this time we are making request from Germany, and let's make a send request. Okay, so request is met. That is fine. If we are not getting the response, that can be explored later, but all I want to show you is whether the IP address we are able to extract or not from the API call, and from there we are able to get the geographical location or not. Okay, so here if I scroll below, this is our second request, and here you can see that this time we have made the request from this particular IP that should be from Germany region, because as per this particular API testing tool we have chosen Germany, right? So let's check the region, what ipinfo.io has returned, and here you can see the country is D. That means it is Germany, right? And city is Frankfurt and region is Hesse. So it is basically made from Germany. Okay. Now once you get this kind of geographical location from user's IP, you can target them with personalized content specific to that region or country. So I hope you understood two very important points in this IP intelligent marketing. Number one, how to get the user's device IP. That is step one. Okay, and that easily AWS is doing that for us. Whether you are using Lambda based API or maybe you are using API gateway to create API, always your source IP will be captured. Okay, so capturing the IP address for that user's device is very simple. Now once we get that event, from there we can extract the source IP and we can call this beautiful website ipinfo.io to get the region or geographical location for that IP, and that will solve the problem for the marketing, right? I hope you understood this, and I hope the significance of location based marketing is clear to you. So this is all for this video. If you find this video helpful, then please like, share and comment. Subscribe our channel if you have not subscribed till now, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification of our latest videos. Thank you for watching.